Hey everybody, my name is Brian, also known as RunBri. You can find me on Instagram. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. A little background on me. I am running 52 marathons in 52 weeks to celebrate my 52nd birthday this year and the 52nd anniversary of International Frontrunners after our first club started in 1974. I'm going to take you through a review of my Boston Marathon Expo haul. So without further ado, let's get it started. So the first thing that happened was I had to go and collect my bib, and you queue up outside the Heinz Convention Center. There's a couple convention centers in Boston, so just be very careful about which one you're going to go to. So look for the Heinz Convention Center. It's right in the main part of the city. Not the convention center, so Heinz Convention Center. And then once you go in, you kind of got this snaking queue to go in. Takes a while to get there, but you eventually get in, and then you go ahead and collect your bib. This is my bib. It's actually two-sided, 9696 or 9696. This is my Boston Marathon bib. You get allocated your bib number at the Boston Marathon based on how fast you are. So it's a little bit elitist, but it's kind of cool. It's like my first time having a 4-digit number. I've had 5 digits before. So, you know, I'm kind of in the top third of the fastest people. I'm in wave 2, number 4. Okay, so once I collected my bib, I got a bag which was included in my bib. So my bag included a bunch of things, but this is basically your check bag. This is the bag that you use when you do your bag drop. So you can put all your stuff in here. I think of the majors, this is probably like one of the best quality bags other than Shanghai, which was like a proper Nike backpack. So this is pretty good, very solid. You can use it as a backpack as well. So you put that there, and within the bag you got this card, and this card here has obviously your bib number, and it's also got some other bits and pieces about you and so on. So within here you would take this card off the front and you will attach it. It's actually a sticker, now I remember. It's a sticker, and you place it on the section wherever they tell you, wherever it is here, and then you stick it on, and then they find that for you and you drop it off at the buses. So that's my bib number. And also within the bag there's a bunch of other bits and bobs as well. So there's a Dick's bib clips, which are super useful, and it includes a $10 off minimum $50 purchase at Dick's Sporting Goods, which is literally just around the corner, and you can buy your Boston gear there as well. So very cool bib clips. Second thing is you get a few cool stickers. One is the unicorn sticker, Spike, and there's another sticker here for Boston Marathon 130th edition. So a nice big sticker you could potentially put on your laptop and so on. So very nice. There's also a card which gives you entry into Sam Adams. So it's a tour of the pub, and you can also get a pint of beer, and the tour of the pub's only $2.62 if you've got this card. So very cool. There's also something which looks or appears like a postcard, but it is actually a free view to the observation deck. It's called Boston Observation Deck. And there's a little code here at the back which you use to get access. So nice place to go perhaps after you've got your medal and after you finish your race. Very nice. There's also the course map, which obviously this is a point-to-point course, so you're starting in one part of town and going to the other end of town. So very useful. It also has the elevation breakup of the course as well. I'm sure you would have studied it already, but that's it. And it tells you each of the towns that you actually run through in Boston, which is very cool. There's it's Zyzal, which is like some anti-hay fever medicine, which they also provide you a box of. I've taken the box out already, but you get like 5 samples of that in that box there. In addition, you get Band-Aids in a box. Interesting. I think it's just one Band-Aid in there. They could have given you 2 at least for nipple stickers. But anyway, there you go. You also get some electrolytes, 0, which I guess is 0 sugar. I'm not sure I want to have aspartame, but there you go. So a little bit of an electrolyte drink you can mix with some water. And then there's a few other brochures here. There is a Band-Aid brochure with a $1 off coupon. There is Hyper Boost, which is Adidas is the naming sponsor. So for sportswear. So they've got actually a Hyperboost trial outside the convention center where you can try on the shoes. You also get this big magazine, which is the 130th edition of the Boston Marathon magazine, which is very, very cool. And you also get another card from Shocks. Doesn't have anything in it like those scratch and wins that I've seen previously, like in Berlin, but just tells you more about how you can enter into some draws to win these new Shocks headphones and some other bits and bobs at the Shocks stand, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. And of course, you get the Sam Adams beer bottle opener, which is very cool. So it's a nicer edition this year. It's got the navy blue. Last year it was just a plain silver one. So, you know, something different for your collection. So that was the bib pickup. That's kind of what you got in your bib. After I collected my bib and all my other gear here, there was one other thing they gave me, which I want to show you, which was part of my bib pickup. And that was my very cool Boston Marathon singlet, long sleeve shirt. And the material they've used this year is a slightly different material to what they've used in, say, the other Adidas, the previous year's Adidas, and I guess Berlin 24, and the way they used to do their long sleeves. So the material is, I think it's actually better quality than the material they've used previously. It's got a bit of a see-through element, so for breathability, and it actually looks really good. And then the hand cutout for your fingers is actually a lot wider and looks a little bit more professional, I think. So overall, they've done a good job. It's got the, you know, it's not stitched in or anything. It's just like stamped on, but it looks good and it feels like it's good quality. So I'm gonna chuck it on. Some people say it's bad karma. I don't give a shit. So there you go. So this is the shirt. I'll model it for you for a bit. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Not bad at all. So this is a men's size S, and I'm about 178 centimeters and, you know, about 150 pounds, 68 kilos. So that's what it's like on me. After that, I then went and collected my Boston 5K bib. You don't get your shirt for the Boston 5K there. You get that when you get to the finish line. So it is in your interest to try and finish the Boston 5K as quickly as you can if you want to get the shirt in the right size. Don't panic so much. I finished in like 30 something minutes and it was fine. I got like my size S shirt, so it was good. So there you go. There's my Boston 5K bib. I was hoping to get 9696, but I'll take 9191 to match my my 9696. Boom. Okay, so after that, you then walk into the Expo. Once you come into the Expo, it's probably like the least exciting Expo of all the majors. And the reason I say that is BAA, Boston Athletic Association, only allow their sponsors to exhibit within there. So you're not going to get Tracksmith, you're not going to get Saucony, you're not going to get Puma, you're not going to get Asics and all the other brands. You're going to have to find those in Newbury Street, which I actually think is a good thing, but it is a bit of an anticlimax if you think the Expo is like so bloody amazing. It's okay. Obviously the Adidas area is very good. I think it's amongst the best of, you know, at least the main title sponsors, and they have lots of different cool kind of merchandise there, which you can obviously buy in Dick's Sporting Goods. There might be a few limited things, but don't stress out too much if you don't kind of get your Adidas stuff there. They make enough of it in Boston. It's a commercial enterprise. It's not like Tokyo, but you know, they've obviously adjusted Tokyo. So you go into Adidas, you buy all your stuff that you want to do in Adidas. I didn't buy anything. After then you can go out, you can see the wall with your names in it. They didn't do it in alphabetical order. They didn't do it based on number. It's like literally a mishmash of everybody's name. So there's just people crowded around trying to find it and everything else. Not the greatest idea. You'd think they would have figured that out. But anyway, the wall was there. It came up a little bit later. It didn't come up like straight at the start. I think it came up at about noon, 1 p.m. and everybody was coming in at 10 a.m. After that, you go into Schneider Electric, which are one of the sponsors, and you see Shocks and all of the other folks. And I'm going to show you some of the freebies I got. So they have a Bank of America stand. And if you go to the Bank of America stand, you can get a Boston Marathon cowbell, which is very cool. And they come in red, they come in navy blue, and they come in white. I like the white one because it's kind of got the blingy yellow Boston. If you get the orange, the red one or the blue one, it's just got white. So it's not as exciting as obviously the white one, which is a little bit more branded with the nice Bank of America logo and everything on it. I've had this from last year. It hasn't been customized for whatever edition, so it's the same as what they previously had. Bank of America also give away bib clips. So, and these are really cute and really nice. So, really like them. That is a smart edition and very easy and small to carry. So, gold. The other thing is that company, Zyzel, who does that anti-hay fever medicine, also give you sunglasses, towels, and stuff like that as well. So I also got a pair of sunglasses, which is okay. It's nice throwaway. I didn't bring a pair of like kind of throwaway sunglasses for my trip, so nice and handy. What else did I get? Well, I went to the Abbott World Majors stand because I'm an Abbott World Gold Club member, which is $450 a year, and it gives you some benefits. Go and check my other videos and reviews for that. But as a Gold Club member, I get to go to the socials each event, as long as I pay them $25 and I can bring a guest, pay $25 for them. But they also give me this tile. It's actually not a tile. It looks like a tile, feels like a tile. It's ceramic, but it's a coaster. And this is the Boston 2026 edition of the Gold Club gift that we get as a Gold Club member. I really like it. I think it's better than what we got previous years because, you know, you can build out the set and everything. So I've got the Tokyo one. This is a Boston one. It's actually got the blue and the yellow. The Tokyo had like a red and some other color. So yeah, very, very nice. I like this. Well done, Nicole and team at Gold Club. And then they handed me a pair of socks, which is really cool as well. This is the gift that we got for Boston 2025, 129th edition as Gold Club members. So you get these Boko socks. I actually been getting them all last year. I never tried any of them on, but I always got them in S/M. And they're a little bit tight. So I'm glad she gave it to me. And this is an M/L. So I've got an M/L version now, which I can actually wear. So super happy with this from Gold Club. Now, when you also go over to the Abbott World Marathon Majors stand, they also have a bunch of other merchandise there. So if you want to get some of the Abbott merchandise, you can. I'm not like a massive fan of it. The thing that I do love the most are the gloves. The gloves are like gold. They keep out the cold. They've got each of the majors on your fingers. So if you can grab one of those, they're definitely worth buying. So what else did I get in the Expo? Gosh, well, I think I've actually taken you through it all. That's pretty much all the freebies that I got. I got a beer as well, and they had some nice panels and so on. I'm sure they had a few other bits and bobs, including one other thing that I nearly forgot, my Boston Unicorn head thing, which was kind of cool. And also Shocks gave away a bag, which was like, it's a little bit branding that's wearing a Shocks, but the unicorn's got the Shocks on. So yeah, they also gave away a little tote carry bag to carry some of your stuff too. So those are the freebies at the Boston Marathon Expo. What I also wanted to tell you was I met Becca there. So Becca is, she's worked with BAA for a number of years. She's now with Runbuck. And for folks who don't know what Runbuck are, Runbuck do tours and they run the original 7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days challenge, which is called the World Marathon Challenge. Run by wonderful person, Oliver, who is the CEO. So if you ever have a chance, you know, you got to do it. And I've actually ran one of the legs of it this year, I'm Australian, the Oceania leg. It's literally in the same suburb where I live. So it was great. And then Becca gave me this singlet as well to have as well. So absolutely amazing. So if you do run the World Marathon Challenge, you'll get this as part of your race. And the material is thin, it's bonded. So, you know, you're not getting the stitching on the side. The bonding keeps even the sides together. So super high quality running singlet. And obviously got it the wrong way around, but provided by Runbuck, which is one of the big American tour operators. So if you do want to take a trip to London and do London Marathon and you're American, definitely reach out to Runbuck. But also if you want to do the World Marathon Challenge of those 7 continents, definitely reach out to them as well. So I also went onto Newbury Street and I checked some of the pop-ups. They had a rabbit pop-up there. If you like rabbit gear, it's really awesome. I went to Marathon Sports, which is one of the big sports brands, sports stores. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. It's actually easy going to those to get your Adidas merch, and you can get a discount with that card and so on, versus, you know, going into the Adidas section, which is a little bit chaos, and there's a little bit of weights as well. The other thing I also forgot to mention is when I was at the Expo, you can buy these fridge magnets, which are kind of cool. I have the one from last year, so I bought it again. Gonna give one as a gift, keep the other one on my fridge. They're like $5, so good buy. It's $4 actually. They also have these iron-on badges, so that was like $4 as well, like an iron-on fabric thing. And I paid $5 for the bib, or I think this was $8 for this bib. Just a clip. Okay, now I went onto the street and I went to a few pop-ups. I told you about one of them, Rabbit. There's ASIC's pop-up. There is also a Marathon Sports Puma pop-up. And I think this is one of my best buys. 25 bucks, no sales tax for clothes. Yeah, and you can custom it. So I had Boston put on the front, embossed on the front of this t-shirt. And on the back, very cool. The runners are coming. So I love it. I think it was like the best buy, $25. I swore I'd never buy any more merchandise clothing because I have so much, but yeah, that was a great buy. I also went to the Endorphins pop-up, and they were giving away Endorphins / New Balance pop-up, and they were giving away a New Balance t-shirt. So it says Boston on it, New Balance, and at the back it's got Endorphins 26.2. So another cool kind of pick up there. And they also gave away a free cyst gel as well. So got a nice cyst gel for a little bit of a jog. I then went to Tracksmith. I bought some of my Pillar Collagen. I didn't want to buy any merch, so something I consume. And obviously when you go to there, you get the bag and you get the cap. So yeah, I got my bag, I got my cap. So I have my Boston Marathon tote bag from Tracksmith. Boom. And obviously you get like the door handle thing, which comes with it. And then the baseball cap. Not a massive fan of this baseball cap, but yeah. I look a little bit like a nurse, but yeah, there you go. And there was a few other things. So when I went to Marathon Sports, they gave me a little postcard with some other events which are on. And then finally, within the Expo, I got this supporter card. Run like you saw your ex at the bar. Yeah. So with that, that's my Marathon Expo haul for Boston Marathon 2026, 130th edition. If you like what I've said, comment, like, subscribe, whatever it is. Take care. I'm Run Bry.